Liz, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
To the United States of America and to the republic, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, David. Supervisor Reese, will you have one?
Yes, sir. Change this right. Chair, I'd like to move the adoption as it and delivered and allow the chair to deviate as necessary.
Thank you. We have motion second. Any first hearing? All favors in aye. Motion carries unanimously. Chairman, I move to recess the general session and
So,
motion in a second to consider executive session. Hearing all favors signify by saying aye.
aye.
Okay, stand in the second. We'll recess to office conference. Is that okay? About 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, gentlemen, chair motion to recess the executive session and convene the general session.
Supposed to adjourn the adjourn
We'll adjourn it.
and convene regular session.
We can just second.
So moved.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
Turn up the volume.
That motion carries unanimously. Let's go to item 13, which is discussion and possible action to consider a position and instruct its counsel regarding pending litigation in CD 14-383 requested by the county attorney's office.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to propose a motion at this time. And I'd like to move that the board direct counsel to proceed with settlement negotiations and/or continuation of litigation as advised.
Sure. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Charlene, you comfortable with that motion?
Yes, Mr.
Carlos?
Yes.
All right. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. All right. Let's go back to current events, Board of Supervisors, D1. Okay. Let's go back to, I believe, item C, which is the only issue on our agenda that we have not discussed, and that is call to the public. And I have a couple of speaker slips here, and I will just go ahead and ask Jack, I don't know if you were the first person, but would you like to come forward and address the board on anything this evening? Mr. Snolik, please state your name for the record when you get.
Jack Howard, and the last name is spelled Sam, Charlie, Elo, Ocean, Lincoln, Nevada, California, and Illinois.
All right, we need you to step to the podium so the microphone can pick up your words of wisdom this evening, Jack. Good to see you. How have you been?
I've been so-so. How have you been?
Well, we're doing okay.
Okay.
We're all on a bumpy road sometimes.
If we are. How are you doing, Mr. Miller? Mr. Reed?
Good afternoon, sir.
I'd like to see clean and verified voting. I had an election once and I lost by very few points. And I know that the area I was in wasn't very well liked because they reported child abuse. And I really think we need to check and recheck our votes. I'm running again, and I would hate to lose by as few as I lost last time without knowing, if it was a fair election. That would be about what I would have to say.
Okay. I appreciate your thoughts this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jack, for taking
God
the
bless
time to
you,
come
guys.
in. You too. Is John Breaking still here with us? John, please step to the podium and state your name for the record. We need that for our recording system. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members. My name is John Breaky. My address is 5947 South Placita, Picacho, El Diablo, Tucson, Arizona. And with that, I'd like to have an extension of time because the address was so long. I got to laugh on that.
Okay, you get 3.5 minutes rather than 5.
Thank you.
All right.
It's been been almost 90 days since I turned in the records request, and we've had one day of trial. We anticipate being in trial the 9th and also on the 15th. It's really up to you all now to put up your defense why we shouldn't get these records. But clearly, we proved in court with our experts that what we want is metadata, okay? There are no secret programs. There's none of this other stuff that we want. You know, I was brought in about 4 months ago and met with a lot of people in the community, you know, to discuss the possibility of the problems in elections down here. You know, in 2006, I was very heavily involved passing SB 1557, which is the hand count audit law. You've never done one. There are certainly anomalies involved in the elections down here. Like I said, I'm not going to make accusations or do anything, but there are serious problems that the only way that we're going to get out of this problem is working together. I have been nothing but a perfect gentleman through all of this, been very communicative, you know, tried to express our needs, try to educate. I'm very pleased with the people that I've made friends with and that I haven't seen in many years who have become plaintiffs. This is a very unique case considering who the plaintiffs really are, and that nobody's calling us conspiracy theorists. If anything, I would say we could probably call us conspiracy factualists because we deal in facts. I would urge you, please, the cover letter to my records request has hyperlinks. And if you'd only just sit back and look at it carefully, it's not exactly what I wrote. It's what the scientists that I've worked with from all across the country have talked about the Diebold system and the problems. And the only real solution for these problems is to have elections that are transparent and more now than ever, not verifiable, verified. And you know, we're proposing a very simple system. If people find me to be a conflicted person or they think there's something wrong because I get happy while I do this kind of stuff, the reason I get happy is because it's hope. The problem that you have here with your election system is happening all across the country. The book I gave you, sir, will explain a lot of that, and that's just one of many, many books. You know, I do need to try to get this phase wrapped up, and then hopefully other people will be coming in to assist to verify the election, because, you know, I need to be probably gone up to New Hampshire by the 25th, because I'll be working up there for the senatorial race, and the problems it looks like that New Hampshire's going to face with a lot of Koch money and things like that. I hope that we can come to some kind of an equitable agreement that I can go ahead and work with my clients, the good citizens and voters who are learning how to, like the bag says, be the we the people. And, you know, as your lawyer asked me in court, what gave me the right to do what I'm doing? I have a right as a U.S. citizen, as you have. And it's our job as citizens to be able to file records requests and do things to hold our elected officials accountable or to thank them for doing a good job. Thus far, I have a hard time saying thank you to you guys. I hope we can change that. Other than that, thank you very much for taking your time to listen to me.
Mr. Brakey, I cannot disclose what was said in our executive session, but I think that probably by this time tomorrow, when your attorneys have spoken with our attorneys, or however that works out, I'm not pretending to be a lawyer, that we will be so much closer than you think we are right now.
Well, I hope so.
To being able to look at each other and feel good about where
Good, and in that way we can work together and heal the wounds. And then let's have a good election, and whoever wins, they deserve a honeymoon. They deserve to know that they won, and the people who lost, lost. Like it used to be 30, 40 years ago. I'm old enough to remember those days. Now, we go from one election, it's to a fight, this is not right, that's not honest. Let's fix it, let's make it verified. And you doing what you do can help the rest of the state. I've worked in Maricopa, I know what goes on there. Pima County, there, in my letter to you all, you'll find a report by my lawyer, and it will just lay out the problems in elections. And you know, we decided to go small, only because it's my hometown type community, and because we felt that there was a certain need here, because we had some great citizens, and you really do. Let's heal the community. There is a big problem here, and we can do it together, and I thank you again, and I hope you're saying the truth.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in this evening. Richard Hernandez? Richard, please state your name for the record.
Richard Hernández. Buenas noches, soy su servidor y su vecino de Tucson. The last time I had a chance to visit with this board, I asked you to reconsider, actually to consider, now I'm asking you to reconsider your position. I encouraged you to do the right thing, the honest thing, which was to stand up for integrity and righteousness and release this information. I actually warned you that if you didn't, you would have legal action. And today, based on Mr. Breaky's testimony, you have legal action. I'm sure this board is not used to the people actually doing something, and to that I compliment people of Santa Cruz County for standing up. My next thought, just so you know, and I want the people to know, you must have lots of money in here in Santa Cruz County, because every day that this goes on, it costs you, the people in Santa Cruz County, more money. So I don't know about you, but in Tucson, we don't have much money. So as long as this board continues to drag this out, it costs more money to you, the taxpayers. The cornerstone of American democracy is the right to vote. I was appalled when this board voted unanimously not to do the right thing. But let me tell people what this means. This is not the problem. This is the symptom. When you have the flu, you have a runny nose, but that's not the problem. The real problem is poor leadership in this community. The real problem is your legal defense people who don't mind running up the bill of the people. It's costing you every second. And even more, and it saddens me to say, because I know many of you now, and thank you, you people up here, it is your job, it is your obligation, it is your responsibility, and I don't know about you, but I'm a proud Mexican American. My family comes from Chihuahua, not from Sonora, but we were taught to do the right thing. I asked you to do that last time, so I'm here now, not asking, but demanding. It's time to bring this to an end. Be transparent, be honest, maintain high standards, and I want to say one more thing for those of you I spoke to you in the audience earlier. If I lived in Santa Cruz County, believe me, we'd be having recall in this community. So, can I impose on you three to do the right thing? Can you stand up for these folks? Because that's what I'm doing. Soy tu vecino, I'm your neighbor, I'm your advocate. Thank you.
I have Sergio Arellano. So I apologize if I've not pronounced that correctly, and I get close.
You were very close, actually. It said Arellano. Yeah, you were
Okay.
on point. A-R-E-L-L-A-N for November O.
Okay, got it. Thanks. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you, Chairman of the Board, Supervisors, for taking the time. Oh, that was pretty short. To hear us out and to take the time and really help us address this situation. My name is Sergio Arellano. I'm Chairman of Legislative District 2 for the Republican Party. I'm also the acting chairman for the county party. What we're dealing here is a simple records request that has gone on way too long, as my colleagues have said. The people and the citizens from this county, bipartisan, both Democrats, Republicans, and Independents, have asked us to come out and do this. In my role as a community leader and as a chairman, I have adhered to the supplies of the people, to what the people have been asking for. Don't be surprised if more records requests come down the road. I mean, this is just a drop in the bucket with what anybody or any citizen or any resident can do. And if this is the way you guys handle records requests, you guys are in for a hurting down the road. Any citizen has the right to subpoena your emails, your records, anything that they want. Not subpoena, just request it actually. We don't even have to go through a subpoena. People are watching and we're not going anywhere. I'm here for the long run. So as long as the people keep wanting this, I'll keep standing up for the people. As chairman of the Election Integrity Committee for this county, we brought in Mr. Brakey. And we could keep and continue bringing in more people to help us with the situation of non-compliance on a records request. Like Mr. Hernandez said, this is costing the people money every day. I just heard a statement come from you guys that any little bit helps to help save the county some money. You guys yourselves are advocating for helping to save money. You guys have the power to stop this. The fact that this has gone on for way too long, since July 9th, and with the only excuse being, well, the board meets once a month, is unacceptable. You guys are able to call an emergency meeting at will. So please, I'm asking that you adhere and listen to the people and what they're asking for, because if not, we're not going away. We're going to be here, and we're going to hold people responsible that we have to hold responsible. So thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I'm around. You can also email sergio.arellano@azgop.org. Thank you.
Anyone else on the call to the public? Okay, hearing no other takers. Melinda, does that wrap it up tonight? Cover
Move to adjourn.
Whoops, we got a motion to adjourn. You good? All right, we have a motion to adjourn. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? I don't hear any. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We stand adjourned. Thank you, folks.
We have to sign some stuff